Santi and Hud, this is kind of the time of year you guys have been working towards, maybe ever since the end of last year. Now you've accomplished a lot, and it's taken a lot of doing here in the last 3 weeks or so. But what's it like to be here now, Hud, to be at this point in the season where, as a senior especially, this is when you guys get a chance to kind of make an impact on your legacy, I guess?
Yes, sir. Well, it means more. It's winter go home, so your focus has got to be right with the team, and we've been thinking about this ever since we lost last year, trying to make the most of it.
Santi, I'm a big believer in the regular season means a bunch, and especially for high school guys, because you guys don't get as many games as college and pro guys. The way you guys had to kind of fight through it the last 3 weeks, how much more meaningful has that made it for you guys?
It means a lot, just knowing that we've came through and got the dub as a team, and it just means more than it seems, I guess.
Because I guess 3 weeks ago, I guess 4 weeks ago now, you guys were, I mean, I think I mentioned to Landon that next week, that's the only time I've seen Hud really down, because he's usually pretty upbeat and ready to go, but that was no fun after the Midland High game. Hud, how have you kind of locked in personally, because you've been pretty good the last 3 weeks?
Yeah, I mean, I just one focus, everything else you have the rest of your life to take care of everything else, so it's my senior year, trying to do everything I can to make sure I'm right on Friday and do anything I can to win.
Coach and I have talked about this a bunch, and this, I think it applies especially to the defense. You guys have been pushed and prodded and tested and had to do things and come through in big situations. Does that make you more ready for the playoffs, you think, against what you'll see these next however many weeks?
For sure, definitely, and I just think we as a defense, we need to come through and do better throughout the whole game and just back up the offense and get this boy the ball more and score more touchdowns.
He does some things with it, doesn't he?
Yes, sir.
Now, you say that, but you guys find a way. Every time your team has needed you most of this season, you guys have kind of found a way. I talked to Caden Spano after the game the other day. I know he kind of got frustrated in that game because they were paying so much attention to him. He found a way to come up big. What's that tell you about the kind of the intestinal fortitude of your defense?
We just never back down, and we always find a way.
Now, offensively, it's not like you guys. The Midland game was a little bit of a dip there, but it was easy to look at video and see, hey, this is what happened. This is why.
Yes, sir.
What has kind of kicked into a different gear these last 3 weeks, or has it just been same stuff, just executed better?
I think we're just firing on all cylinders at the right time, and that's what you need to do when this time of year rolls around and all be on the same page. And I think all the reps we get together, and we're very experienced, and it shows.
Now, you get a lot of credit, and deservedly so, but the play the other night to Layton in the fourth quarter, I asked Coach if he just calls in, throw the ball to Layton, if that's the name of the play, because it kind of looked like it. It was like, okay, here we need at least 10 yards. Where's Layton? I'm going to find him.
Yeah, he was the first progression, and he beat his guy, so I thought I'd give him a chance. Well, I can do that with all of them. I trust all of them. I think I have, again, like last year, probably one of the best wide receiving corps in the state, and they make me look good. I know I get a credit, but they all can make a play at any time, and I trust them with the ball in their hands.
So you guys have to get on the bus, go down to El Paso, which doesn't matter at this time of the year. They could send you to Mars and you'd be okay. What are the challenges there, Santi? What does Eastwood do that you guys have to be ready for?
Definitely running the ball, just keeping their running back contained.
They've got a dude back there.
Yes, sir. He's pretty quick and shifty.
And you've seen all kinds of different offenses, and you guys have stopped it sometimes, given up yards sometimes. That's one thing about your district is you're going to see college-level guys that are headed to the next level. What about you, Hud? What does their defense do that you have to be ready for?
They play hard. They got a good motor, and they're coached really well, and we just got to execute and do what we do and take what they give us.
You guys it's always weird for me to think this way, but you guys now, you're the underdogs. You're the lower seed. You got to go on the road, face a team that I believe won their district.
Yes, sir.
How do you kind of embrace that and make that part of your mantra now?
Coach Northcutt always says accept a challenge, so we're going to accept the challenge and travel well down there as a team and have good focus and try to go into their home and get a win.
What about you, Santi? How do you like that role?
He covered it just right.
That defense is, if you guys have been an underdog this season, it's probably been people looking at the defense and saying, those guys, we can do this, we can do that against them. So you guys are kind of used to that. Now it's the offense kind of gets to share that plate with you a little bit.
Yes, sir.